Hello and welcome back! Today we're going to do something a little bit different, potentially. We're going to talk about what I done did today. What I done did today. My nose is killing me at the moment, due to allergies or something. It has been unseasonably warm. And it hit more than 80 degrees Fahrenheit in my apartment over the weekend. And so what I think happened, give me the Squirtle, is the... Oh, you know what? Let's just talk to Oak real quick. Good to see you. How's it coming along? Let me take a look. Oh, my nose. It's apparent that I'm trying hard. Yay! I've given one of my aides an item finder. Be sure to collect it. One of these aides? Yep, you're an aide. You're also an aide. Thanks for the item finder, jerks. Anyway, yeah, it was 80-some degrees, and I unfortunately do not recall offhand about what that is in Fahrenheit. Let's see. I know it's between 25 and 38, if that helps. Closer, it's kind of like right in the lower mid part of that. Probably like 30-ish degrees Celsius. I don't know. Anyway, I think the unseasonable warmth has led to some of the plants around here releasing pollen, which is just wrecking my ability to function. Let's go up here real quick. Who do I have in my party? All right, I got Vanderhuge. I got all my peeps. We need to go take on another gym battle, but we also need to grind a bit. We will see what all happens as we go through this. So anyway... Yeah, I've got the whole allergy thing going on. But that's not what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about my day today. That's right. So, slept poorly. And that's entirely my fault. You know what? Just headbutt it to death. Poor Rattata. I have some fleece/flannel sheets on my bed because it was for the winter because it's cold. I turned in place and had 2 encounters with a level 32 Pokemon. Oh, you would think that my humongous Pokemon, who is literally 10 times your level, would scare you off. But no. In what is, and I'm going to use the word literally again, literally the minimum amount of 3 in a row, I have found the Rattata nest. If you need a Rattata, you come to this grass spot and you just spin in a circle and you will be overrun with vermin. So anyway, yeah, I had my fleece sheets on, knew that it was too hot, but did not change them. And so, like, I had a bad night where I kept waking up because it was too warm and, like, throwing the covers off, and then it would get a little too cold, and then I'd have to pull the covers back on. Oh, well. Let's go in here and get our PP back, since the only move Vanderhuge knows is headbutt. Alright, so I get up. I go to work. Let's see. Okay, so today. Had a bunch of new patients, because it's a Monday. So over the weekend, I'm not at work. And the weirdos that I work with, those doctors, keep admitting patients. Like, what's the deal with that? Like, what's the deal with admitting patients? No. Stupid. So, yeah, they admit a bunch of patients. I'm not familiar with them. I have to go in and work them all up. Okay, so this is Viridian City. That's Victory Road. Celadon, Saffron, Vermilion. That's where I need to get to. You would think I would just fly there. Well, you'd probably be right, but I'm going to keep going this way for now. Did we? Yeah, I think we did. So I familiarize myself with the patients, and then we go and we do rounds, and rounds end earlier than normal. So I go back to my office, and then there's an issue that I have to go take care of. And so I go to start taking care of that issue, and that issue is a new patient who's admitted while we were on rounds. And so now I've got to go and look up this new guy, get an idea what's going on with him. It's I love the sound of my voice. I don't know what it sounds like in the microphone, but I know that to my ears, it sounds almost like I'm crying because of my allergies. It's like my nose is stuffed up, my eyes are watering a little bit. I'm just about to start weeping. Weepin' Bell. That's a Pokemon. So, yeah, I have to go work up this new patient that we got that we just admitted. And he's admitted... well, we'll get to that in a moment. So anyway, I work up the new patient. He's got a medical condition that requires a special kind of drug. It's not on our hospital formulary, and the formulary is the list of drugs that the hospital basically has decided to use, like, as a matter of course. So we need it approved, and it gets approved by one of the other pharmacists who's in charge of approving things like that. And that's great, except we don't actually have any of that drug. Like, literally zero of that drug is within the hospital. So being approved to use it is of completely no consequence, as we don't have any. So then they call me on my office phone. The physicians call me, and they're like, "Okay, we don't have any of this drug. So what can we use instead?" And I'm like, "Well, I mean, the drug that we use instead of that would be this, but I don't think we have that either." Yay! Some moves must be taught by people. All right, I thought you were someone different. So then I run down to the pharmacy and find out, do we have any of this drug? And they're like, we already, we're looking about this and we don't have any of it. We do have an oral form of the drug, but it's usually not used, and also we don't have nearly enough for you to complete the treatment. And I said, oh, well, that's grand. But if you need it, we can actually go run and get some. But we need to know, like, ASAP if you're going to actually use it. And so then I go to talk to the physician who's taking care of that patient. And I thought he was down in the emergency room with the patient, but he wasn't. And so then I had to go all the way back upstairs and found out that they had transferred the patient upstairs. And they're putting in a catheter for, not a urinary catheter, which is what a lot of people think, an intravenous catheter so that we can give the guy dialysis, because he needs dialysis. And that process has taken a while. And so I'm talking to him and the nurse about what the patient's going to need and what I can do for them as far as the drugs that we want. And go back down. No! Go... Oh, I remember this. They did the same thing, I believe, in either Heart Gold, Soul Silver, or Black and White. I remember playing the game, and it's like I'm going this way, and I accidentally go up, and I don't want to go up, and so then I hit back, but it immediately puts you right back up if you, hold it just a little bit too long. Oh, well. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, a Magikarp. No. I know you're doing it as a favor for me. Oh, are you the dude I want to talk to? Nope, you are not the dude I want to talk to. That's a cave. We're not going to go through a cave because caves are horrible. So let's, fly to the next one. So then the nurse is bringing up some issues that they have with some of the dialysis stuff. And because dialysis requires the nephrologists, who are the kidney doctors, to write orders for exactly what kind of fluids and whatnot they want in the dialysis machine. And then pharmacy has to make those fluids and deliver them up to the nurse. And then a separate nurse from a completely different company has to come and actually set up the dialysis machine. And then our nurses are just trained to make sure that the machine keeps running and to change out the bags of fluid. And so I'm dealing with this issue now. And, of course, I know nothing about how the dialysis thing works, because I don't mean just, like, whether or not the machine literally works. Even mixing up the dialysis solution, I've never done that. Wait, are you the guy I want to talk to? I'm about to sneeze. I don't want to sneeze. Ah, jeez, you're the Bill guy. I'm looking for someone. I don't know who I'm looking for. I just know that I'll know him when I see him. Hi, Herpaderp. Slowbro turn. Oh, you don't love me? Oh, I'm gonna kill some Slowbros here. Let's buy something. This is not what I want. Let's buy something. This is not what I want. Nope, I don't want any. Nope, I don't want any. So, I'm dealing with this issue on top of the other issue I'm already dealing with. That is not that... Get out of there. Can't deal with the super fastness. There we go. That's what I'm trying to do. Get around that side. Get around this side. Who is this person blocking my path here? That looks like something I'm going to have to Victory Road or something to get over there. It looks like the back of this house has a path. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that leads nowhere. Alright, so nurse talking to me about these dialysis issues that I'm not 100% on how to fix yet. The physician's talking to me about it, the patient, and trying to figure out what they want to do. And we think that we don't need to actually use the drug at all anyway, because we're just going to... we think the dialysis can fix it for the most part. And I'm like, you know, that's great. What else? So then... I go back to my office, and this is now like almost 1:30 or something in the afternoon, and I finally get to eat lunch. And then after lunch, I head back over, because I get an email from one of the other physicians, who's kind of like the chief physician, and he's like, oh, I need you to go talk to your team about some of these issues that were brought to my attention. And I said, okay, I can go do that. What is this? That's the rock tunnel. Celadon, Saffron, Lavender Town. Alright, let's just go to Celadon. That's where the department store is. So I go over to the team and I bring up the issues and I talk to them about that. But in order to do that, I go to quickly check on the patient that we were admitting hours ago now. And they're putting another IV line into him. So they've already put one IV line in for the dialysis, and now they're putting a separate one in on the other side for other IVs. Okay, wait a minute. Let's see. This says service counter, trainer's market, game shop, wise man gifts, drugstore, vending machines. Okay, so second floor, footnotes. That would be another one of these. I might have done that the first time we got here. Alright, what have you got to offer me? No, wrong button. Roar, hyper... Okay, hyper beam. I think I have a hyper beam. Dig, brick break, secret power, attract. Okay, so back out. Do I have a hyper beam? TM case. Go all the way to the top. Womp. We have Focus Punch, Water Pulse, Calm Mind. Okay, I have a Roar, Toxic, Bulk Up, Sunny Seed. Sunny Seed and Bullet Day. Taunt, Blizzard, Rain Dance, Frustration, Solar Beam, Return, Double Team, Shockwave, Flamethrower. I do have a Flamethrower TM. I thought I did, but I didn't look before. Fire Blast, Rock Tomb, Aerial Ace, Torment, Secret Power, Rest, Attract, Thief, Steel Wing, Snatch. Okay, so. We do not have Hyper Beam, so I want to buy one of them. Give me a Hyper Beam, please. I will take one. I do kind of like in the new games that when you buy a TM, you can use the TM, or whenever you get a TM, that you can use them as often as you want. That was always nice. Alright, so Dig, Brick Break. I'm pretty sure I still had those, right? Dig and Brick Break. Open. So yeah, they're putting another line into this guy. Focus Punch. I think I don't have a Dig and a Brick Break. Yeah, because I used both of them on Arizona. So I'll need to get me some Digs and some Brick Breaks. Bye. So give me Dig. Thank you. And Brick Break. Thank you. Luckily, I have tons of Pokemonies. Alright, so then we're standing around and discussing this patient. And then I go back to the team room. And the attending physician and the fellow, who's the pulmonary fellow, and the intern who's taking care of the patient are all in there discussing the patient. So I stay to listen to the discussion, and we go over what, you know, the guy's got pretty much you name something, and he's got that going on with him. So there's a lot of stuff going on. We come up with a plan for what we're going to do. And Then we head back over to actually see the patient, because the attending hadn't actually seen the patient yet in person. This is the game corner, right? Not done yet? How about I teach you a good move? Counter. Only once. Okay. Who can learn counter? Rachel and Vanderhuge. We'll come back maybe later for that. I'm trying to find if I'm able to get another Thunderbolt Cherokee Antoine. You stand in the presence of Thunderbolt Cherokee Antoine. I don't need any of those. Nope. And we're discussing the patient. We make a couple changes, and I help them put in some more orders, and we look up the price of a drug because the guy wanted to complain that we didn't have it to begin with. And I'm like, it's super expensive. It's like 4 times expensive. That doesn't quite work as a Pokemon joke, but it totally is. Alright, this is all stuff I don't want. Didn't want to get into the elevator either. I'm really not good at controlling the character in hyper mode. My sister's a trainer, but she's so immature. Can we fight? Let's fight. Yes. I will give you a fresh water. I can have TM16. I love TM16. Oh, light screen. Never mind. I don't like that very much. But you know what? I'm a nice person, and I gave a girl a drink of water. Yay! I got it. Alright, so let's buy some lemonade. Buy some fresh water. Buy some lemonade. And that's good enough. Alright. So then finally, I end up going back to my office. I did skip one part of this story in that at one point in the day, like after lunch, but before I went to check on the patient, I did some online training module that I was going to do. But then I end up going back, you know, I went to the patient's room, I talked to the attending and all that, and then I came back to my office, and it was already half an hour after I was supposed to leave work. And my boss, who shares an office with me, is like, what are you still doing here? And I'm like, oh, we've got this guy, you know. It's going to sound a little bit weird, but one of the things you say sometimes is we got this guy trying to die, and we're not letting him. And so that's why, you know, I'm busy, and I haven't been able to leave yet. So I finally get to leave. I come home. I have to stop for gas on the way because my car was just about out of gas. And I then, so I gas up, I get home, I play some NHL 16. I play one game. A single game of NHL takes me about 30 minutes, just about. So I listen to a podcast or something while I'm doing it. Oh, people should be flocking back to Saffron. Oh, if you're going to Saffron City, be sure to wear some spices in your hair. So yeah, I play some NHL. Oh, is this the fighting dojo? Yeah, that's right. I remember this story. You have the fighting dojo, and then you have the actual gym. Alright, let's keep going. We need to go south. We need to go south of here. There we go. So I play myself a little bit of hockey, and then I start watching a couple YouTube videos while I'm eating dinner. And here's Vermilion. SS Anne is departed. Oh, we gotta wait till next year for the SS Anne to come back. Come here, buddy. It fainted while we were walking here. Well, that means your Pokemon died, according to Nuzlocke rules. Yeah, I know how to use a verse trainer. Everybody knows how to use a verse trainer. Then I start making some bread, because I felt like making some bread. So I made some s'mores bread. Cinnamon s'mores bread. It's got a cinnamon crust with some graham crackers and chocolate chips and stuff inside. Hello, how are the fish biting? That's right, you gave me a rod. Come over this way. We find an old man putting a building. Ah, the Pokemon is tamping the land. Hello, Mudchop. Gwa, gwa, Mudchop stamping the land. This is the Pokemon fan club. That's right. At first, oh, you know what? That could still be a joke. Like, that's, the Japanese style fan, but the one where it's got, like, the half moon of paper. Not the one where there's, like, a bunch of spines and it forms just a half circle. It's the one where it's got, like, almost a ping pong paddle kind of style to it. Anyway, I was making some bread, and now I'm here doing this. So that's what my day is like. Now, we wanted to mention something earlier. Wow, I didn't even get to answer that question. It just went immediately, no, too bad. Did you come to see about my Pokemon again? No? Too bad. See, I didn't even get to put in a question. Our chairman is very vocal about Pokemon. Yeah, he is. Humph. So, there's a rule in America called HIPAA. It's a law. You will constantly find it online. I would love to get your Farfetch'd, but I'm not gonna. And you will constantly find it online referred to as HIPPA, because people think it stands for the Health Insurance Privacy and Portability Act, but that's not true. HIPAA is HIPAA, and it stands for the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. And what it essentially means is there are limits on the kinds of information healthcare providers are allowed to share. So, for example, I was about to mention earlier the kind of medical condition my patient had. And I believe that I could do that. Because for the most part, you guys don't know where I work. There's no identifying patient information. You don't know his room number, his name, his date of birth. You know, nothing like that. But I'm not gonna, just to be safe. I didn't tell you the name of the medication even that could have fixed his problem. Because if I did, that would be a clue towards what was wrong with him, potentially. If someone knew what was going on. What is this thing? Diglett's Cave, trio. Here's the place where the... Ah, you have a tri-pass. No, I do not want to go back to those horrible islands. Alright, what's in here? I want to exchange mail. I don't want to exchange mail at all. Bum-ba-bum. But, yeah, we had a patient. He was doing bad... Well, I say he was doing bad things. That's not true. Really? I have to waste a Pokemon slot on my cut slave in order to get to this gym? That's not cool. That's not cool at all. Alright, well, we'll grab the cut slave later and do that next time. Is there any last thing I wanted to say? I just basically wanted to tell you what my day was like. Kind of busy, kind of crappy. Got a dude with a lot of problems going on and trying to fix them all. And there's a lot of pharmacy stuff that just got dumped in my lap today. So that's my life at the moment. But my house does smell like cinnamon bread, which is pretty delicious if I could smell. Until next time, bye-bye.